This motherfucker did it again. So, this is Eminem's third technical surprise release. I had trouble whether to make this just a full deluxe edition album review or a separate album review, because this doesn't count as studio album number 12 for Eminem. It counts as the deluxe edition for his past album that came out in January of this year, titled Music to be Murdered By. And here we are, a little over 11 months later, with the, like I said, Side B Deluxe Edition to it. Now, if you want my, review on the regular version, you can click up here. It's basically me going through all, I think it was 20 of the other tracks that were on it, and because this new album featured 16 tracks, I figured I'm just going to talk about these separately from the regular album, because in the end, this is enough material to basically just call it a new album, and we'll leave it at that. So, yeah, the new album features 16 tracks. I shouldn't say new album. The second part of this album features 16 tracks. And I gotta say, I actually thought it was nice. I mean, I don't necessarily know if some of these songs were made during the recording process of the original album, because it mentions coronavirus a lot, and like I said, the album came out in January. Coronavirus was a thing, but it wasn't as bad as it was, and plus, before that, he was probably writing, months before, when the coronavirus wasn't a thing, or when it popped up, but it really wasn't, on our radar, so some of these songs were probably written afterwards, and just kind of was like, yeah, we'll throw this on the deluxe edition. So, two of my least favorites is Favorite Bitch and She Loves Me. I don't know, I feel like Eminem with these, not necessarily love songs, but, trying to be preachy about love just doesn't really work anymore on this one. Ty Dolla $ign features on Favorite Bitch, and I think he does fine, but it's nothing spectacular. And then we have songs like Tone Deaf, Guns Blazing, and Higher in my OK tracks. Guns Blazing features Dr. Dre and Sly Piper. I've been waiting for a while for Eminem to collab with Dre again, at least on a song, not just like, oh, here, I'll give you a beat, Hammer, I'll produce your album, because I think the last time they did, an actual song together was on Relapse, and that was a good song in itself, which, that just means the rest of this Side B project is my favorite. Black Magic is a nice little kickoff coming after the intro. Alfred's theme is more just a freestyle, because there is no chorus. All these other songs had a chorus other than this one, so this one just kind of sounded like a freestyle, which we've heard from Eminem over the past years. Book of Rhymes is nice. Gnat, I do like that one. These Demons, which I believe, features MAG, Killer, Zeus, which features White Gold, and the finisher Discombobulated. Although I don't like the chorus a lot, it's still a pretty nice song. Plus on Black Magic, too, Skylar Grey's performance is much better than the Leaving Heaven feature on the regular Music to be Murdered By, because that one seemed obnoxious, whereas Black Magic, it seemed to fit right, and really a lot of the features that you're hearing on this album, other than a couple of occasions, really only do the chorus. Eminem, I think, is just at this point in his career trying to leave the verses to himself. Like I said, even on the regular edition of this album, he only had a couple people come in for a verse, but that was about it. His play on words are definitely a bit better than the regular version. I found myself going, that's pretty clever. He tackles topics like the Colin Kaepernick thing, and, social injustice with the way, innocent black people were dying on the police's hands for no reason whatsoever. So there's that, as well as, he is very pro BLM and all this stuff. He grew up around that, so he just supports it because he knows what people of color are going through, and that's just something that I can respect overall. So, yeah, that really led to me struggling when it came to giving this a rating, because in the end, I had to count it as like a regular studio album, and I was really only going off the 16 tracks from, that were added to this, because I didn't want it to... It was too much for me to, add it to the other album, that I didn't feel like sitting down and listen to the other 20 songs to, ease my mind to things, or at least remember some of the stuff. So the way I reviewed this is if it's a regular album. So overall, to be honest with you, I think I had a lot better time listening to side B than I did the regular version. The regular version threw you in a lot of different directions, and although I gave it a passing grade, it still was, to me, a step down from what Kamikaze had to give, where Kamikaze was just kind of like straight and to the point. Music to Be Murdered by regular edition had way too much on there that probably didn't even need to be on here, but side B definitely sounds a lot better. The beats were fantastic. A lot of the hooks were memorable and better than, I guess you can even say that of Kamikaze sometimes too, which led me to give this a grade of 7.5 out of 10. A nice little thing here, great way to cap off the year. To be honest with you, when he was announced this and that he was going to surprise drop it, I thought, well, Christmas is on a Friday, he might do that, but he does it the week before Christmas, which I guess makes more sense than dropping it on Christmas. But, you know, cool early Christmas gift from this. Definitely would recommend a listen, and if you want to listen to the regular version too, go ahead and listen to that. There's songs on there that are really good as well. So you guys can tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this album? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Your favorite tracks, least favorite tracks, and until then, I will catch you later today with the top 10 worst albums that came out in 2020.